Okay, so now we've come to the end of quite a long video here talking about all these different ways we could extend Atom, and I have to again hammer in it's important to practice this. This stuff isn't going to become second nature right away, but there's a lot of cool features here that are going to open up a ton of doors, and this should be pretty exciting to you. If this is new to you, customizing an editor or really going deep into shortcuts and extensions, then take the time to explore this. It could take you hours, it could take a couple days to really explore this well, but I want you to take the time to search for different packages, look at the ones that I mentioned here, as well as look at other ones. Search for cool Atom packages, search through the site, search through, listing blog posts and things like that. And then also take the time to practice installing them both from within Atom and outside of Atom using the command line option. There's also even ways and shortcuts I haven't mentioned yet for how to install this, but as we go on further, I'll show you more and more of working with Atom since we're going to be using it a lot. And then take some time to look through the different theme options and find some different ones you like, play around with them, save them, get rid of them if you don't think you'll use them, and just set up your code editor. Even if you decide to not stay with Atom ultimately, take some time to play around with that and get a feel for it. And then finally, once you've done this, or kind of as you're doing this, I'd suggest opening up our VanillaPress app or other projects that you work on. Maybe they're PHP ones, maybe they're just HTML ones, and see how these different packages and themes might work, or explore some that we haven't mentioned that might be helpful for your potential workflow. And then the final thing is that you're going to want to try your best to remember these short codes, and the more we practice them, the more we get the neural pathways for being able to remember them, the more they become part of our workflow. And shortcuts, you could do something in half the time, and 100 times you're cutting the time in half. That really adds up, and that's what these packages and short codes and this video and the one before it are really meant to help you with in your development environment. Now, you need to do this before proceeding. We're going to look at IDEs next, and if you don't really appreciate everything that comes by default inside of a code editor and everything that you have to add as a package, you won't really understand and appreciate IDEs as much. However, you don't have to use Atom if you don't want to. The other alternative I suggest that's a great one out there, and a lot of folks still use it, is Sublime Text. And there's the Sublime Text Power User Complete Guide by our course advisor, Wes Boss. So I have the link in the show notes. I suggest if you have been using Sublime Text, doesn't interest you to switch over, or if you've already played with Atom but not Sublime Text and that interests you to expand your horizon, you like playing with tools, that's the case for a lot of us, then go ahead and check out this resource. But once you have done that and you've taken the time to really go into depth in packages, you've got your default actions in Atom down, you've got your shortcuts down, then in the next video, we'll get into WebStorm as an integrated development environment and look at everything that we get by default that we've had to kind of add and tack on using Atom.